The war in West Asia has exploded further, with strikes targeting an oil storage facility in Tehran. Missiles and drone attacks continue across the Gulf even after Iranian president's apology. And among all this, Israel continues to pound Lebanon. Let's take a look at the latest developments. Well, Israeli army said that it launched a wave of strikes targeting Iran's military infrastructure across Iran. Interceptors against Iranian missiles were seen over the skies of occupied West Bank and Jerusalem. Plumes of smoke were seen rising from the site of an explosion in Beirut following Israeli strikes, including one on a hotel that killed at least 4 people. Meanwhile, the United Arab Emirates says that its air defense systems are responding to incoming missiles and drones which were launched from Iran. Amid the ongoing crisis, chartered cargo flights are bringing food supplies to the UAE as retailers continue to reinforce supplies across stores. In Kuwait City, fire engulfed the main building of Kuwait's public institution for social security. Kuwait military said it was dealing with a drone attack, with shrapnel causing damage to civilian buildings. The U.S. Embassy in Oslo was also hit by an explosion, with eyewitnesses saying that they saw a thick cloud of smoke rising from the area.
Later I saw...
And I saw like a thick layer of smoke that covered the whole, like the streets, where you like walking off the roads, but the streets. And later, I had a friend who told me that they tried to drive them here in the Bolt, Ed's Note, a ride-hailing app in Norway. And when they just asked to step out right here at Sørkedalsveien, Sørkedal Road, into Njardhallen, Njord Sports Hall, they got stopped by police.
There was protest.
Iran's Revolutionary Guard said the country's forces could fight an intense war for 6 months against the US and Israel president. Masoud Pezeshkian added that Tehran will respond strongly to any attack or attempts of invasion from a neighboring country. Well, US President Donald Trump says he's not looking to negotiate with Iran's remaining leadership, and he told reporters on Air Force One, and I'm quoting him here, "They'd like to settle, we're not looking to settle." He described the ongoing U.S. operations in Iran as an excursion and said that the issues such as rising gas prices and the safety of Americans would improve once the conflict ends. China has condemned the war in West Asia, calling it a war that should never have happened and one that will benefit none.
Force must not be abused. A strong fist does not mean strong reason. The world cannot return to the law of the jungle. Using force at every turn can't prove one's own strength, and the people cannot become innocent victims of war.
And for more on this, we're now being joined live by Ben Aris. He's the founder and editor-in-chief of BNE IntelliNews and also former Moscow bureau chief for the Daily Telegraph. Thank you so much, Ben, for joining us on the broadcast.
My pleasure.
And the conflict has entered the second week now, and Prime Minister Netanyahu has claimed that Israel and the US have gained almost complete control over the skies of Iran, and they still have many more targets and surprises prepared. And all of this while Iran's hierarchy is set to be showing signs of fracturing, and which have become more pronounced after Pezeshkian's promise to not strike the Gulf states. Now, Ben, what's your assessment of where the conflict is headed from here on?
I think it's a race against time. I mean, we've got two sides. On one side, you've got the US-Israeli alliance, and they are massively armed, and they're doing the classic shock and awe strategy, where you go in with overwhelming force and you try and deal a death blow in the first few weeks. That's to decapitate the Islamic State, which has happened very successfully, and at the same time to strike and take out as much of the military might of Iran as you can. You blow up dumps, you blow up army bases. Specifically, the Israeli-US team are going after the launchers. Iran has some 2,000 missiles and some very deadly ones. But if you destroy the 200-odd launchers that Iran has, then it can't fire them and they become useless. And on the other side of the equation, because it's an asymmetrical war, Iran is hunkering down. It's fired a massive volley of missiles in the first days, designed to do the same thing and to take out as much of the Israeli attack and defense as it can. And then it retreats, it hunkers down, it hides, and it tries to outweight the American assault. And the reason is that the number of offensive missiles that the US has is limited. The number of defensive missiles that the US and its allies have is limited. And part of the reason of the initial volley is not necessarily to do damage, it's just to run down the stocks of defensive missiles. And then Iran has this drone capacity. It can make 150,000 drones, 400 a day. And what it's going to do now is just wear away and denigrate the ability to defend itself. So we're exactly at the point in the middle of this strategy, and it's not clear who's winning. I mean, there are reports of the US already running low on missiles. There are reports of significant damage to the IRGC's ability to fire back. And this is what's going to play out in the next week. We're going to see which way this is going to go.